Pat McAfee has a new album, The Diary of a Polarizing Figure, and I've heard it, so you don't have to. If you want to understand the state of the music industry, you do unfortunately need to understand Pat McAfee. He's a former NFL punter, a current podcaster, and he's somehow younger than me, even though I look like a round of cheese that got left in the sun, and he looks like this. Old Pat Mac has made a new album, The Diary of a Polarizing Figure, which is not personal enough to be a diary and not polarizing enough to cause gossip at a parent-teacher organization. In fact, the main controversy is to what extent AI was used, though I don't think that matters. It is bad because it is missing things that would make it good, not because it is tainted with the sins of the machine. But even though I think the album is bad on its own merits, it's also boring. So let's talk about how the album was made.
Terminator, Rise of the Boring Machines.
Pat Mac's producer on this album is very earnest, both in the sense that he seems sincere and also, that's his name, all caps. He's written for Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll, Lainey Wilson, you know, the kind of country pop so sugary sweet it'll give your ear a cavity. Ernest told the podcast Whiskey Riff that he met Pat Mac through Jelly Roll and that old Pat Mac shared an AI demo generated by Suno off of his Notes app poetry. He offered to take the Suno demo and, quote, cut it for real. What does that mean? It doesn't actually matter. I mean, yes, Suno is the main AI music generating program, and yes, he at least started with his Suno demo, and no, we don't know if the Suno melodies are the same melodies, although I did reach out to representatives for his team for clarification on the songwriting credits. I sent the request through an established press team, and some of the most conscientious emailers who have ever sent an email did not respond. As a journalist, it would be irresponsible to speculate, but I am allowed to look at you like this. But again, it doesn't actually matter. Maybe Ernest wrote every single melody from scratch and there's not a trace of Suno. The songs still sound like that. Vocal lines that don't fit his voice, lyrics that make Jelly Roll look like Bob Dylan, all within a mess of genres that bounce from sound to sound without a clear viewpoint on anything. Should country music sound like George Strait, like old school straight country? Or should it sound like rapping Florida Georgia Line? Is country music missing reggae? Wait, hold on. Pat, if you somehow see this, I really need to ask that again. Did you really think that country music was missing reggae, but only for part of one song? Did you? And the fucking lyrics! We were promised a diary, which have specifics. There's hardly a single concrete noun in the whole mess. He talks about some people. He talks about this life. There's a vague the message. There isn't a single specific person or place or even a goddamn object. Are you holding a beer while you're having these thoughts? I mean, that's a cliche, but I could picture you having a beer. Are you wearing a shirt? I hope so. We would all be more comfortable if you were. But even if you're walking naked down Broadway, like, that is something we can react to. That will cause an emotion in us. Disgust. Disgusted. Why did I do that to myself? In the title track, Polarizing Figure, he sings, "Am I blessed? Am I cursed? Am I the best or the worst?" In between would have been more interesting. Or at the very least, human.